Hey guys, and welcome to Simply Dark Season 2, Episode 17. In today's episode, we are going to explore a tiny portion of Nikola Tesla life and talk about some of the theories surrounding his alien findings and the Black Knight satellite phenomenon. Now, like always, before I get started, I would like to remind you guys that everything we're gonna talk about in this episode are mainly stories or theories recalled and put together by people over the years. These are mostly speculation, so please take it with a grain of salt. Also, I would like to apologize if you can hear any outside noise. We have a big storm passing through the UK at the moment, and right now the wind and rain outside are just insane. So I apologize for any noise that you might hear throughout this episode. Now, with that being said, let's just get started. According to conspiracy theorists, the Black Knight is a dark satellite of extraterrestrial origins orbiting Earth. It is said to be as old as 13,000 years and was captured on camera by NASA during a space mission in 1998. But all the big fuzz about the Black Knight satellite started way before that. It all began indeed in 1899 when, carrying out experiences with a tall tower, Nikola Tesla accidentally picked up some signals from outer space. Tesla believed those signals were coming from aliens, possibly living on Mars. But when he shared his findings with the world, it was largely dismissed. Nobody believed him, everyone thought it was crazy. It wasn't until 1968 that scientists validated that Tesla could in fact been right. However, he explained that any signal he might have received had probably been emitted from some object floating in space, not aliens. But the thing is, the strange signal didn't stop with Tesla. In 1927, the Black Knight satellite made its next contact. This time, Norway engineer Jorgen Holst was the chosen one, and while carrying out radio signal experiments, noticed that some of the signals he sent echoed back a few moments after the initial transmissions. And for years, he could not explain how or why. Another person associated with the Black Knight phenomenon was former Marine naval aviator and sci-fi writer Donald Edward Cahoe. According to him, aliens had indeed visited our planet, and there were actually 2 satellites orbiting Earth. He even goes as further to say that they were in fact detected by the US Air Force in 1954. And that is 3 years before we were able to send our first satellite into space. However, these claims were also not taken seriously, as many would argue that Cahoe shared such statements just to boost the popularity of his fictions. Now, over the years, there were many more stories and theories about the Black Knight satellite, but at the end of the day, they were just that. Theories. There was never concrete proof that this was real. I mean, at least until the photograph appeared. What does NASA have to say about the most compelling piece of evidence, at least for the conspiracy theorists out there, of the existence of the Black Knight? Like I mentioned briefly in the beginning of this episode, in 1998, during a space mission carried out at the International Space Station, the Black Knight satellite was caught on camera for the very first time. Theorists all over the world went crazy and immediately attributed this picture as the proof we all been waiting for. Aliens are out there and probably spying on us. And although this sounds so exciting, NASA had a completely different story. NASA's STS-88 mission was launched on December 4th, 1998, shortly after the time when construction of the International Space Station commenced. Part of the mission included spacewalking, in which the team needed to install thermal space blankets for insulation in some of the components. But during this installation, they lost several items, one of them being the thermal blankets that they carried. As the item moved away from the astronauts, floating in the vastness of space, they had it photographed and catalogued as space debris. Not an alien satellite, but indeed a thermal blanket. This was the actual NASA's response. What do you guys think? Is this a NASA cover-up? Does the Black Knight picture look like a thermal blanket? Well, I'm not an expert, so I have no idea how a thermal blanket would look like in space. So for me, when I look at that picture, I'm not even sure of what I'm looking at. It doesn't even look like a satellite to me either, so to me, that picture could be anything. Nevertheless, this is very, very interesting, and I always love to read about it because there's always new theories coming out. And let me tell you, people have wild imagination, like it's crazy, and I love that about people, to be honest. And many times I'm reading this stuff and I'm like, I wish that was true. And maybe it is. That's the thing. We don't know. Do you believe that the Black Knight is actually a satellite, or do you believe that the official NASA version of the story is the real one? Do you have any other theories of your own that you would like to share with us? If you do, please leave them in the comment section below and I will for sure read them and reply to you. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If yes, please give me a thumbs up. It really helps my channel to get out there. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already and join the family. I love you guys, and I will see you in my next episode.